Welcome back to another episode of some of my favorite albums that I have in my collection, but also currently have in the Old Soul Record Club inventory. This brings us to no other than the rock bible of rock bibles, the band The Last Waltz. All right, this album was released in 1978 on April 7th. This is a 1978 Goldisc pressing, basically in near mint condition. It's a 3 LP set. It's really hard to talk about this album in just a few minutes because it's incredible. I learned so much from this album. Obviously, it's a soundtrack to the Martin Scorsese movie, and it was the last show that the band played before they broke up, and it was an anthology of their time as a band, initially starting out as the Hawks with Ronnie Hawkins, and then becoming Bob Dylan's band in the 60s when Dylan went electric before, breaking off and doing their own thing. They played with so many people. I mean, this personnel for this show was a retrospective of a lot of people that they had worked with over the years. I mean, it's a crazy list. I mean, the band itself, between Rick Danko, Lee Von Helm, Garth Hudson, Richard Manuel, and Robert Robertson. The guests, Paul Butterfield, Eric Clapton, Neil Diamond, Bob Dylan, Emmylou Harris, Ronnie Hawkins, Dr. John, Joni Mitchell, Van Morrison, the Staple Singers, Ringo Starr, Muddy Waters, Ron Wood, Neil Young. I mean, the track listing alone, Up on Cripple Creek starts the album. But, some of the special guests like Bob Dylan, they do I Shall Be Released. Joni Mitchell, they play Coyote. Dr. John, they play Such a Night. Neil Young, they do Helpless. The list goes on and on and on. Clapton, they do Further Up Down the Road. It's amazing. It's a blueprint for how to do the rock and roll lifestyle as a band and what it takes for that to happen. It's a perfect example of the 10,000 hour rule, right? I mean, you got to put your time in, and they certainly did. There's so many great stories attached to this album. Just an iconic album. It was produced by Robbie Robertson and just has some of their best performances. Really does. The version of Shape I'm In. It's unbelievable. I've probably said unbelievable too much, but it's because it's true. It is. And I remember the first time I ever saw this documentary. It changed my life. It really did. And once again, it's a how-to of how-tos in terms of writing songs, being in a band. It's a lifestyle. It's playing for each member in the band and willing to die for them on stage because that's how much you believe in the music. And you should have this in your collection. Whether you get it from me, you need to have it. So that being said, until next time, gotta leave you also, comes with a really cool booklet as well with just so many great photos of the performers. There's Ronnie Hawkins and Bob Dylan and Dr. John right there. It was at Winterland Arena in San Francisco. What more can you say? It's an album that will change your life. It changed mine, and it changes mine every time I listen to it. So once again, whether you get it from me or somebody else, you need to have this in your collection. So until next time, stay groovy and happy listening.